Hello, my dear 11th students. In the first part, we saw the introduction, the historical background of the poem, The Hollow Crown. Now, we will get into the poem. We can first listen the reading and I will explain this poem line by line. This sorrow expression, the last verse that came out of Richard, and this has been expressed by William Shakespeare. So here it is a monologue. Monologue means what? A person who talks on his own. That is the monologue. One single person delivers a dialogue. That is a monologue. So the person who delivers the dialogue here is Richard, King Richard. Okay, so here let's talk of graves, of worms and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. So here the King Richard is saying that let us talk of graves. Graves mean what? A person, a dead body that is buried. That is a burial ground, grave means. So here epitaph means short pieces of writing, that is inscription on the tombs in the memory of the dead person. So in the Kallarayila, when we see something is written about that is person's speciality, that is epitaphs. So here the King Richard is surrendered his throne to his cousin Bolingbroke. So he is not able to control the political thing that has happened. He is in the prison and he is explaining that he desperately realizes that the kings also face the death. So he is writing sorrow. He is saying write sorrow on the bosom of the earth, that is chest, on the heart of the earth. So everyone will become a dust. Everyone will become a dust, whether it is a king or a common person. That is what is explained here, expressed by the King Richard. Let's choose executors and talk of wills, and yet not so, for what can we bequeath? Save our deposed bodies to the ground. Our lands, our lives, and all are Bolingbroke's. So here Bolingbroke, he has taken the kingdom of Richard. Taken means he has cheated. So executors mean what? The person give an order to execute something. That is a person who put something terms of will into effect. That executors means those who execute the orders. Okay, bequeath means pass on something to the next generation. So some asset or the kingdom or any savings by our elders or any land. So that is bequeathing. That means we are acquiring it from generation to generation. So here this king is not able to pass on to the next generation. So he is in a sorrow mode. So he has been deposed. That means he has been removed from the power by Bolingbroke and his body is buried on the ground. So save our deposed bodies to the ground. Our lands and our all are Bolingbroke has captured. That is what he is telling. And nothing can we call our own but death. So death is the only end the King Richard is facing, and that small model of the barren earth. So the body flesh stands for all the perishable things here. Perishable means what? Rotted. It will get rotted. That is the meaning of vegetables, fruits, flowers. Flowers, if it flourishes in the morning, in the evening it faces the death. That is perishable. Even our body. So that is what is the king is saying here, which serves as paste and cover to our bone. The body, the flesh, is serving as the paste and cover to our bone. Okay, for God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings. So he is praying to the God and he is telling to his followers that even the king also faced the death. How some have been deposed, some slain in the war. That means even if you are being killed in the war, that will be said proudly. But here the king is being cheated by his own cousin. So he is very much upset. He is not happy about his death. Some haunted by the ghost, they have deposed. Haunted. So here, if you are not satisfied, then they will be haunted by the ghost. And they deposed means what? Taken away from the power. So some poisoned by their wife, some sleeping killed. So how the kings are being cheated, that is what is mentioned here. Some are killed by poisoned by their own wife, the king, or poisoned by their own queens, or some are killed during their sleep, all murdered for within the hollow crown. For the sake of acquiring any kingdom, for the sake of acquiring power, people are killing others, cheating others. That is what is mourned by the king here. That rounds the mortal temples of a king, keeps death his court, and there the antic sits. Antic means someone who draws attention through silly or funny acts. Here a court jester, that means clown. A person who is kept in any official or in any kingdom or in any official, a professional fool or clown. We call the jester as professional fool or clown. They professionally acts like a fool. So that type of person, they keeps death in his court, and there the antic sits, that person who is scoffing his state, expressing mockery. The death is expressing mockery. It is mocking the king and grinning at his pomp. That means the pomp means powerful. Maybe the king is powerful, but some of them are cheated by their own wife, or some of them are cheated by their own relative. Why they are cheating? Because of acquiring the power. That is what the king is expressing here. So allowing him a breathe, a little scene, to monarchize, be feared, and kill with looks. So monarchize means rule, carry out the duties and functions of a ruler. So though the king rules very nicely all the things, but he is being cheated and killed by his own relatives, infusing him with self and vain conceit. Waste, everything is waste. The king is saying everything is waste. Here the death is portrayed as a court jester who grants a mortal kings the temporary license to rule the kingdom. Temporary license to rule the kingdom. So as if this flesh which walls about our life were brass impregnable, that is impossible to pass, were brass impregnable, and humoured thus comes at the last with a little pin bores through his castle wall, and farewell king. Farewell king means what? His power is all been taken away, and he is put to death, and he is put in the prison. So cover your heads and mock not flesh and blood with a solemn reverence. Solemn means lonely respect. Throw away respect, tradition, form, and ceremonious duty. Don't be so formal. So the king is so much vexed. So he is very much sad about all these powers. For you have but mistook me all this while. I live with bread like you, feel want, taste grief, need friends, subjected thus. How can you say to me, I am a king? So this king, Richard, is feeling very depressed. Because he was cheated, and he doesn't want him to be called as a king. He says, I am a common man, and I have the same hungry, same sleep, and the same feeling, whatever a common man likes. So please do not mistake me. He is telling all these things to his followers. So when you see a king, we respect him, and we used to show our discipline. So he doesn't like those type of ceremonial things, protocol type of things. So here this is what it is, a very sad thing, monologue expressed by the King Richard. So the author, let us see about the author, William Shakespeare. His period is from 1564 to 1616. He is an English poet and playwright. He is widely regarded as the greatest writer in English language and the world's preeminent, outstanding dramatist. He was born and brought up in the Stratford upon Avon, Warwickshire. He wrote about 39 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems, and a few other verses. He was often called as England's national poet and nicknamed the Bard of Avon. ஹெவனோட ஹெட் அப்படின்னு. The first publishing Shakespeare's works in the first folio playwright Ben Jonson wrote a preface. Preface means foreword to this book, including the quote, "Shakespeare is not of an age, but he is for all time. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are constantly studied and performed throughout the world." So he is a well-renowned poet. William Shakespeare. நீங்கள் வந்து lower classலேருந்து you must have read about this poet. Thank you for watching this, students. Thank you very much.